What's up, everybody? I'm back with another discussion. Today, I'm going to talk about a topic that is near and dear to my heart, but that I don't talk about very much on this channel, and that is the television reality show Big Brother. Now, what it is, I already described it, I already done a video on it, but so they put people in a house for a period of time and they fight to they evict each other, and then they win competitions and they fight for $500,000. It's a big thing going on for a while. And something like that, it's a big iteration. It's gonna have spin-offs, and there's been like not spin-offs, and spin-offs was not a great word for it, but they're gonna have secondary versions of it. They started with Big Brother Over the Top in 2016, and that one did okay. I mean, it was what was the now Paramount Plus. It was a CBS All Access exclusive, so it didn't get a lot of viewership. It was okay gameplay, but nothing. It didn't continue. It wasn't enough for them to continue it. But what they started doing was Celebrity Big Brother, and that's going to be the topic of this because they have their third season on right now. Third run is going on right now. Third version. They didn't have one in the last couple years because of COVID, but basically it's like the winter version. Like starts like January or February, goes until like February or March, and stuff like that. It's a shorter season, but they bring on celebrities to go play the game, and it's for half the money, but they play for charity, so it's a good cause. And the game's structured a little bit differently. It's shorter, less people, that kind of thing. The TV structure is different, that kind of stuff. And on paper, it seems like a great idea. And I thought the same thing. I was like, yeah, this is a great idea. Let's bring on some awesome celebrities. See them play the game. They're already used to the cameras and the microphones. They're going to be away from their Snapchat and stuff for a little while. That might make them go clinically insane within a day. No bodyguards, no paparazzi, though. No nothing like that. So, there's perks, ups and downs of it, But they're in the middle of their third season, the third iteration of this right now. So 3-something seasons, I think it needs to be axed. I personally think it needs to be axed. Why? Well, it's pretty simple. The idea of celebrities being on the show and is a good idea, but it's flawed because you can't get big name celebrities. You just can't. It's not that the celebrities don't want to play the game. It's that they can't. They are too wrapped up with schedules. They have too many contracts they have to work with. People that they need to see every day or every other day. They can't be locked away in a house for a month or more on end to play this game. Even if it means they will get more publicity, stuff like that. They just have too many contractors, too many big guys controlling them, and too many deals that they just can't. They can't do it. Otherwise, their careers are ruined once they leave the house. So they have to bring in unknown celebrities. I think I've known like 3 or 4 people that have played in the last 3 seasons coming in. I mean, that's stupid. They got so desperate. They bring in political people that used to work in the White House, people that were like ambassadors or like speakers of the House or stuff like that. They bring those people on and call them celebrities. No, they're just political endorsements, CBS. We know your plan. We know your game plan here. But other than that, they bring on musicians. They bring on athletes, which I guess you can count as celebrities. They bring on actors. They brought 2 people. Well, someone this year's from Housewives of Atlanta, and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I wonder who's going to win that battle. Atlanta versus Beverly Hills. Who would win? I think Atlanta would win. In a physical competition. In a money competition, I think Beverly Hills would win. But it really depends on what the categories are. And then they bring on, like, comedians. They've brought on... I remember one of their more popular guys, Tom Green, played the game last time I think it was on. They had Metal World Peace on there. That's an athlete. They had Condoleezza Rice, again, political correspondent person. They've had a few other people on there as well, like that. But they get a good mix. I will admit they do get a good mix, like athletes, actors, singers. They don't really have singers this year. They have mostly athletes, actors, and so they have somebody from NSYNC. So you're like, cool, somebody that people would know. No, he's like the most irrelevant person that was on NSYNC. Actually, the only relevant person that was even on NSYNC was Justin Timberlake, and there's no way in hell they're going to be able to bring him on. They can't bring on any big name singers like Dua Lipa, Justin Timberlake, Ariana Grande, Pink. They can't bring any of those people on. They can't bring in any good actors. They can't bring Dwayne The Rock Johnson on. They can't bring Kevin Hart. They can't do this stuff. They can't bring those people on. They can't bring. Why would you even bring political correspondents? They can't bring athletes on, even though they probably could get away with maybe some baseball players, maybe some football players, but they'd have to be retired. So, get that. That's probably their strongest point is the athletes, because they can still have a big influence and not be locked down by contracts after retirement. The political correspondents, you can't really do that because of affiliations and stuff like that. They have to be retired. So it's a lot of unknown people. So what it really reverts back to is a glamorified version of the regular summer version of the show for charity. That's really what it is. It's a shortened version. So, and the people don't even get these. It just confuses me. I don't know these people. How am I supposed to differentiate? So at that point, what do? You can't bring on. So the name, it doesn't ruin the game itself. It doesn't. It doesn't ruin the actual game. There's still good gameplay. They still compete, and they make moves and stuff like that. Granted, it's not as electrified as the regular seasons, because another reason why I think it's flawed and I think it needs to be redone is that the celebrities really have no incentive to play. The big incentive to play is the money. They play for the money. But when you're already richer than God and don't need the money at all, what are you playing it for? You were told that you had a chance to go play, maybe bring it back into the spotlight for a month or two. That's really the only thing that you are playing for is publicity. And you're playing, and on top of the cake, more publicity is you get the charity. You have your money away to a charity you get to pick. And so there's really no incentive. There's not a lot of big moves made. There's not really there's no fights. There's none of that. And so it just really takes away from the purpose of the game. What makes it entertaining? The big moves, the fights, the intensity of the game. And that also happens with a shorter month. Only a shorter game, less people. And a different structure to the game as well. And that all plays a factor. But I think the fact is that they really have no incentive to play the game hard, because they might expose their true colors and they would get canceled, and they don't want to do that. So it needs to be redone. And what would I do? Well, I don't know. I really don't know how to fix it. Because I did like the idea coming in. They can do the regular seasons are the ones where they bring on past all-star players and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard to really try and incorporate that. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I really don't know how they could fix it. Because it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad either. It passes. But I think Celebrity Big Brother, I think it needs to be changed. I think it just needs to, what I'd rather see. I don't know. I thought hard about what would make it better. I thought about what changes they could make, but I really just can't think of any. Because at the end of the day, what they need to do is axe it entirely. I don't know. Maybe you should stick the celebrities on Survivor instead. Celebrity Survivor. That would make it a little bit more real, at least. I mean, it would be better. It wouldn't be great, but it would be better. Who knows? That's where I'm gonna leave it to you guys, though. What do you think it should be? What do you think it should be modified into? Do you like the current iteration of it? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's have a conversation. And yeah, that's it for this video, everybody. Trying to keep the daily uploads coming. So stay tuned for that with much more amazing content as we work our way through the month of February. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.